Okay, away we go. Let's go. Choppy morning. No real big movers. Cracker moved up. I got in at the top. Broke move highs. I got distracted by someone coming in the door, so I was giving it 10 cents. It pulled back. I lost what? Oh, 13 cents. So we go again. We'll wait for something to start moving nicely. It's a terrible, terrible morning for trading. No real movers at all. Hawaiian Electric looks like it might be moving. Again. Hey Phil, good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. Evening, Glenn. Good evening from me. Good afternoon to you, I think. Or good morning, whatever. I forget it. Just hello. Shut up, you. So let's see if we get a VWAP bounce. We've brought back over a VWAP. We're pulling back to test it. So next candle makes a high. We should get a nice move, providing it holds the VWAP as support, which it doesn't look like it's doing. VWAP is 1408. Here we go. I have this candle 1425 for 5 minute. We're looking for the break over $0.25. Isn't a great fill, but we'll take it. Narius? I don't know what you're talking about. We're profitable. We've had one red day. Not exactly adjusting my trading to minimise losses. I mean, I'm not sure where you're coming from, Narius. Really, I'm not. I'm going to give this 20 cents. Well, I'll give it to the VWAP again. VWAP is currently 1409. Well, it's 21, so I was going to give it 20, but I thought the VWAP's only 1 cent away, so I'll give it to the VWAP again. Well, I made 15k on Friday, Narius. So I didn't trade on Monday. I was technical issues. I was over gold, just over 6k last Wednesday. Small day on Thursday. 15k on Friday. $14.05 and I'll get out. Yeah. And it's a bit choppy this morning, so yeah, you're wrong, Nereus. So I started my first trade in the Philippines was last Wednesday, and I was over goal. Small day on Thursday, 2.5 times goal on Friday, over goal on Tuesday. Didn't trade on Monday, so over goal on Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? Yeah. And 10, just over 10k red day on Wednesday. Small green day yesterday. So minus 16 and recovered 6 of that. So it was 10. It finished minus 10k on Wednesday. And 1.6 yesterday. So. They're just up and down. Hawaiian Electric doesn't look. We'll see if it comes back down towards kind of 13.40, moves back up again. We'll look for 14.30 as an entry point. Right now, not a lot moving at all. But two things have gone against us, but. Like we've been in much worse situations and finished well, so that's what we'll do. No hate there. It's I was just kind of wondering what you're talking about. Bad start. I had my first 3 days were all green, and had a really good day last Friday. So in fact, my first 4 days were all green. So green streaks don't last. They always come to an end. And Wednesday was the end of that green streak. So it was a 5-day green streak because my last day in July was green as well. Yeah, it's a green day would be nice, but there's just nothing moving. It's probably one of the worst, it's certainly the worst for a long time in terms of gappers. Nothing up at all. When I say up, I mean if you look at the scanners here, top 3. So Crown Electric Kinetics, I've tried to trade that. It's highly shorted, so it's a short squeeze play. There's no company-specific catalyst for why it's moving, but it's high relative volume. Normally does about 175k in terms of volume on a daily basis. It's done nearly 4 million already. So that's Crown Electrokinetics. It's nearly 4 million shares. As I say, 175k is the norm for that. So it's a very high relative volume. 130% short, but there's no discernible or recognizable company-specific catalyst on that one. Hawaiian Electric. We've seen Hawaiian Electric and the issues that they've got, and that's moved up. And you can see it popped up to over like 15.20 almost. High of days 15.19, then pulled back. I managed to get a little bit of this move up, but then I've just given it back on this move down. So, like on the break of the VWAP, I've just given it pretty much everything that I made and a bit besides. So the only other thing is Alpha Tau Medical, which not great volume, but it's the only other thing that's up over 10%. Now I'm looking for things that are kind of 15% and above, as what I consider a gapper to watch. But right now, everything after that is ETFs. I mean, look at this. The rest of the watch list from this session is all ETFs after the top three. It's probably one of the worst days for gappers that I've seen in a very long time. So look, why is the market pulling? I'll ask you a simple question. Before this month, why was the market moving up? Why was the market rallying? Because the answer's the same. It's normal market movement. So let's have a look at the market and pay attention, because I've said this for the last few days. Let's look at this on the daily. Okay. So what you're doing is you're taking it in context August. Why is it pulling back? Why is it selling off? Why are we getting all this red here? And there's no specific catalyst as to why it's doing that. It's just normal, healthy market movement. But you're seeing this in isolation. What I would ask you to do is go back to the beginning of July. And we were at 437 on the SPY, 437 on the SPY at the beginning of July. We're at 433 now, so we're just shy of that. The mid to end of June, we went down to, which is just less than 2 months ago, 6 weeks ago, we were down as low as 431. We're not as low as that yet. But let's put it, taking that in isolation, that last month, last 3 weeks, whatever, is the wrong thing to do. You've got to look at the big picture. Look at the big picture. Since March, we've been on the road up. So a pullback's natural. Look at this pullback here from February to March. It's probably even bigger than what we got here before the continued move up from February to March. Look at that. It's a huge retracement. Natural move when you consider where we'd come from in October. The market bottom of the bear market was October. We had the move up, then a big drop, then another move up, retracement there, and then we've had a huge move up. You're not going to have that big move up without a retracement. It just won't happen. So we're having a bit of a retracement. We're still within this bullish channel, which I drew months ago. We're still within this upwards bullish channel. So we topped out at up here, which is normal for it to retrace. What I would be worried about is if we break down on this the bottom of this bullish channel. If we pull as far back as kind of 420, it's not going to happen today, but if we pull back as far as 420, 425, where it will probably meet the bottom of this channel, then it'll start bouncing back up again. You watch and learn. So the market, I wouldn't say the market's pulling, it's just retracing. It's if this was a daily chart, if this was an intraday chart, you'd be saying, okay, I'll be watching for a move over 450 for a move back up. You would still be saying that this is bullish. If you look at this on from a V, now the VWAP becomes less relevant in when it's not intraday, when it's daily and above. But if you look at this from a VWAP perspective, look at where we are over the VWAP. You would be saying this is extended, and certainly above the look at this. It's above the 20 all this way up. So we just now below the 20. We've got the devil cross there. Before this sign off, so we're just pulling back a little bit there. This is the first time that the 9 has been below this week. The 9 EMA has been below the 20. It's for the first time since March. So just put that into perspective. Okay, it's not a huge pullback. It's a retracement. It's not. We're not in the realms of a bear market or anything like that. Don't panic. We will continue to move up. A retracement's natural. Good evening, Ricky. Good evening, Alberto. Hey, Robbie, how you getting on? I'm okay. I'm good. I've spent, like I was saying in the Discord, it'll probably take me a little while to get my crap together. I've spent the day in the sun by the pool with the family. Came home, came back, had a nap, and woke up just before, about what, 6-ish. Went out, got some bits and pieces, then came back in and set up for this stream. So I'm a little bit hazy, but I'm fine. I'll get. It might take me a little while to get my crap together, but yeah, had a really nice day in the sun. What's going on with Hawaiian Electric? Well, you know what's going on with Hawaiian. If you don't know what's going on with Hawaiian Electric, Tom, you've had your head under under a rock for the last week. These wildfires in Hawaii. I'm not saying that they were caused by Hawaiian Electric, but were certainly exacerbated by the failure to act from Hawaiian Electric, that's why it's dropped in value from like $40 a share to like $9 at its lowest a couple of days ago. So that's what's happened with Hawaiian Electric. What country am I in, Peanuts? I'm in the Philippines. Time in sale first 15. What? 15 what? On the time and sales, 15 what? I'm not with you. Is the market going to be red today too? Is the sun going to come out tomorrow? Probably. You know. We'll see. Yeah, and Hawaiian Electric have announced that they're not restructuring, which has caused them to have a bit of a bounce today. How did I trade Hawaiian Electric? What do you mean, how did I trade Hawaiian Electric? I bought shares and sold them. How many pina coladas? None. I'm actually. I've been drinking soft drink most of the day. I'll have a beer later. Oh, but don't. Yeah, okay. It must have been just a glitch, Tom. Just a glitch. Let's see what's happening with the Kraken. Yeah, nothing moving right now. So we'll just PepsiCo's up slightly. Pepsi's green. It's the only one in my portfolio that's green at the moment. Yeah, everything's down at the moment. So let's have a look at Apple, because Apple dragged the market down yesterday. And Apple is down again this morning. So this is one of the reasons the whole market's down. Apple's dragging the market with it. Look at this on the 15-minute. You'll see yesterday at the open, Apple just vomited, and that dragged the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 down with it. So we had a little bit of a bounce midday, and then it continued to sell off into the close. It's down again this morning and breaking lows. But look, you tell me, is Apple a good buy right now? I'm not a big fan of Apple. I think their day as the biggest, biggest tech company on the exchange is numbered. They're just not innovative anymore. Apple are just not innovative anymore. They keep bringing out or rehashing old technology with their iPhones and stuff. Everything they come out with the iPhone is just not innovative. You show me any new iPhone over the last 5 years that has come out with something brand new and innovative that no other manufacturer or supplier is doing. Because I'll show you BS. Apple were fantastic in terms of marketing. That seems to have fallen down by the wayside a little bit as well. They've still got the cult that will buy anything Apple. But for me, they're just not as innovative as they used to be. So are the days of Apple's dominance numbered? I think possibly. Are they still a good investment long term? I still think they're a good investment long term, but I just don't think you're going to get the kind of returns that you used to get from them. That's just my opinion. I'm not. What do I know? I'm just a fat guy on the internet. I don't even know what I'm doing. So I know I do it well, but there you go. What's the time here? I'm 12 hours ahead of the market, so it's 8:44 in the evening. Morning, Cal. ADTX, let's have a look at it, shall we? You pointed it out, it's got potential. What makes you think it's got potential? I've got it on the 15-minute chart. It's 6% up on the day with no volume. We're like 22,000 shares traded. What is it that why is it that you think it's got potential? Reverse split doesn't really mean anything unless there's an additional catalyst. The value of the company doesn't change. The value of the stock doesn't change. But you know that, Carl. You're an experienced trader. You know that. It's just instead of having what's the value of this? 20 to 1 reverse split, or is it 20 to 1? I think it was. So instead of having $21 bills, you've got one $20 bill. That's essentially what a reverse split does. The value of the of your holding doesn't change. It's just the number of tokens does. So yeah, if it had more volume, I'd be inclined to agree with you. But it's just a lack of volume for me. Without volume, it's going nowhere. So we'll see. I have traded this many times in the past. I think last time we traded this one would have been back in April when it went up to like 70 something, 75 bucks or something back in April. It does have the potential to move big intraday, but it needs volume. When it's moved big in the past, it's done so on crazy volume. And right now it doesn't have that. So who's going to be the next Apple? Well, I don't think there is going to be a next Apple. See, the problem that we have in the cell phone sector is if you look at what happened to Nokia. Nokia should have been the dominant player. I mean, they almost had a monopoly. They had over 90% market share, Nokia, back in the early 2000s. 90% market share. They should have been the dominant player in smartphones, but they didn't move with the times. Apple came and introduced the smartphone, and everybody jumped on the bandwagon after that, and Nokia were very slow to react. And if Nokia had adopted Android as an OS, they would still be the market leader right now. That I firmly believe. But and they would never have been acquired by Microsoft at the time. Apple, who's going to take over from? Who's going to be the next Apple? Like for like, who's going to be the dominant player in the smart? I don't think there is going to be one. It's going to be spread across multiple suppliers. I mean, you've got HTC, you've got Samsung are the big player because they have a price point for most people. They have a range, whereas Apple doesn't really have a range. And that's one of the down things. They price themselves out of the market for the majority of cell phone users. So that's another problem. But innovation is where they're lacking. You know, it's the whole AI piece. I mean, everybody keeps jumping on the AI bandwagon, and it's just machine learning. It's not even AI. I mean, AI in the true sense of the description does not exist yet. We do not. Artificial intelligence is sentience in machine form, and that does not exist yet. So we're a long way from that. Oh, it's 40 to 1. I didn't know it was 25 to 1 or what it was. It's 40 to 1, yeah, okay. Yeah, Vision Pro will be bought by... It's a scuba diving mask, for crying out loud. It looks ridiculous. And I remember when Google brought out Google Glass and everybody raved about it. And I put the pair on, what would have been that? 2013, 2014, something like that. Google Glass. And it's not, it was actually quite difficult to use. But this scuba, shut up, you're going back out again. Scuba diving mask from Apple, for me, come on, as a prototype, yeah, I mean, it'll be bought up by the cult, but you won't catch me owning one, that's for sure. Not yet. Not until it's refined a little bit. It's worth keeping an eye on. I mean, there's nothing else to keep an eye on at the moment, Cal. Captain, you're missing out because DAS does have a phone app. It does have a mobile app, so you can use DAS on mobile, but it's crap. There is a mobile version of DAS Trader, but it's absolutely atrocious. Don't bother. There's not a lot moving. I mean, I just lost money on HE, so for me it needs to get above 1450. Anything else moving? Farfetch, AMC had just gone green on the day. I mean, I can't remember the last time where I honestly can't remember the last time that 80% of the gappers was ETFs. And they're not even gappers, really. I mean, that shows a lot. It's like Yang is up 6%, Cold 5%, Wang Dang 5%, Short Qs 2.5%, Soxis 2.5%. Yeah, so they're not gapping up that much either. So mind you, ETFs don't tend to move that much. I mean, if the ETFs moved that much, if they were volatile, then there'd be questions on whoever the managers of that ETF are. The whole point of an ETF is to keep it relatively stable. Not for me, Ricky. Not for me. Mondays are the worst days for me. My losing days are Mondays. But Friday last week was a good day for me. I mean, we did 2.5 times goal on Friday last week, so let's see. Curling around on the W shape. W shape within the W shape. I'm looking at the 5-minute W shape, and I've got a 1-minute W shape here as well. But I mean, a 1-minute W shape, we would have broke out here, kind of double bottom at 14.10. I'm going to put you out 14.10. It got 10 cents. You would have expected a good 30-cent move, not 10. At least a 30-cent move. Yeah, a bit disappointing. Should have been a 50-cent move, but hey, donkeys, how you getting on? Morning, Vol. Or evening, where I am. Have a look at Farfetch. So Farfetch is now big sell-off last night, by the way, with Farfetch, but it's looking at trying to bounce. I mean, it's over the VWAP now. Get it on 15. Let's see what I'm talking about. Big sell-off after hours last night, and then continued the sell-off pretty much up until now. So if this gets over $3, might be of interest. Pre-market high of pretty much where it started, 313. So we'll see what happens with Farfetch. This was $6 stock not too long ago, just the end of last month. I mean, the earnings for Farfetch weren't that bad, but it's the outlook, and I'm seeing that more and more at the moment. Is the outlook is affecting the price action a lot more than the actual earnings themselves. So the results are they can be, you know, relatively decent results, but if the outlook is bad, if they're you know, pulling back on the forecast, that's really what's affecting the price action. So let's see. What's going on with this? Let's get rid of these lines. I've obviously traded this before, but yeah, it popped up and down. Not great volume. Well, two reasonable volume candles. So it's not something I would recommend that anybody chase. That kind of pop up and down, it can get you into a lot of trouble. Wheeler Real Estate Trust. Have they just dropped any kind of news? No. We had earnings on Tuesday. There's no news catalyst for it, so yeah, that's not worth even bothering with. I wouldn't bother. Yeah, well, exactly, Vols. Trader boredom. Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, it's up quite a bit today. It's Hawaiian Electric. It's 15% up today. So shorting it today might not be a good idea. But yeah, when I mean, you can short it. You can still short it, but it's on short sale restriction, which makes it a little more difficult, and the cost to borrow is high. So just got to be patient today, guys. I said that yesterday, and I wasn't really that patient. I went like 4k down at one stage, I think. Finished 1600 up. So it was a green day yesterday, but it's at the moment the market is not giving real clean moves. When it does, you've got to be in the right place and take advantage. So we've seen some big moves over the last couple of weeks. and we've seen some really choppy movement within those big moves. So sometimes you've got to look at the volatility of the stock. You've got to factor that into your risk. You've got to manage your risk accordingly and trade smaller. So yeah, just stick to your plan, guys. What does the Oracle of Trading think? Well, I don't know who you're talking about, Tom, but we'll see. It's going to be a choppy day. I think we had to wait for the open before we got anything decent yesterday. So I think that's what we're going to have. We'll see. We've got a couple of seconds before the top of the hour. So let's see if we get any decent news drops at the top of the hour. Looks like the S&P 500 is going to be, it's getting quite heavy today. So it's going to take quite a bit to get green on the day, if it does. Funko Pops just popped with a spike up. What's my typical share size and how do I determine that amount? Okay, so that's a good question, Ricky. So I've set up my hotkeys and everything else. I'm set up, so 2,500 shares will be a typical entry for me. So shares, it depends on the stock, it depends on the spreads, it depends on the ATR as well, the volatility of the stock. I made a very simple mistake. By trying to do a one-size-fits-all, you're going to lose money. When the banks started selling off, we had that little mini banking crisis back in March of this year, I think it was. I tried to trade regular size, and I went in we were doing like $20 a share or whatever, $25 a share. And because of the volatility that we were experiencing, I was going in with like 2,500 and 5,000 shares, and it would move like $3. So I have 5,000 shares, and I was down for like 15,000. So you've got to factor in the movement and the volatility of the stock as well. But typically, I've got my buttons set up so I can do like 500 shares, 1,000 shares, 2,500 shares. 5,000 shares, etc., etc. So it's in blocks, but you've got to do what you're comfortable with. And how do you decide whether you're going in with 5,000 shares to start a starting position versus 1,000 shares? Well, a price, but also liquidity. If there's very little liquidity, you shouldn't be trading it anyway, so that's one thing. But in terms of liquidity, if you're going to go in with a big size, you want to make sure that you're going to be able to get filled. And if you're going in with big size, you want to be able to get out relatively easy as well if it goes against you. So that's another factor that you've got to take into consideration. So sizing is important, share sizing is important, but based on my account size, I would say my average entry is about 2,500 shares. My average position size probably 5. I could look at the stats, but I just can't be bothered. In fact, I will look at the stats. So I'll give you the actual stats as it stands. Reports. I'll give you the stats from this year, shall I? So just for this year, we're looking at detailed statistics. Average. Where are we? I'm looking at trade size. No, I've not got that. I've not got that detail. Average per share gain or loss is 5 cents this year. Average trade gain or loss is 1,400. Average daily gain or loss is 7,800 this year. So it's coming down. It was like 12K at one stage. It was doing really well, but had some time off and some not so good days. So yeah. Let me have a look at liquidity. That might tell me what it is. No, liquidity reports, win-loss expectation, price and volume. Just looking at my statistics, why there's nothing moving. Okay, distribution by volume traded. Okay. It doesn't say. So 20,000 volume per, because that will be 20,000 or more. So that will be 10,000 or more round trip each way. So it's like two entries at 5,000, and it's in that bracket, which is most of them. So I'm just trying to see. Now I've got daily volume. Let's have a look at TraderSync and see if it has that that functionality. That could be interesting. Okay. Yeah, can we have a Cosmos? That would be fantastic. Cosmos sold off all the way down from kind of, what was it? I think it was $12. Did a reverse split, should have been $12, went all the way down to like below $1, and then all the way up to $30 intraday, or 32 or whatever it was. A fantastic move last year. I don't do market orders, Ricky. You can't do market orders outside of regular session anyway. You need limit orders. So yeah, I do limit orders, but I use the bid and ask with a tolerance depending on which way I'm going. And how do I keep track of my trades? I use TraderView. At the moment, I'm using TraderView. So there's a link to TraderView in the description there, Ricky. Check it out. You can try it out for free, but check it out, TraderView. And if it's not expensive, but it's a great way to journal your trades, log your trades, and keep track of everything. And it gives you a lot of statistics that perhaps you wouldn't have thought would be relevant, or you've not been tracking. And then when you look into it, it's very relevant. So TraderView. TraderView as in VUE, rather than TradingView, which is the charting platform. No problem, Ricky. No problem. I'll give you I'll show you TraderView a little bit later. We're coming up to the open, so I'm not going to get involved in it just yet. But I'll show you TraderView. I'll show you all. What I'll do is if you stick around, guys, I'll around 10 a.m. So about half an hour into the market, if we're not trading anything, I'll give you a tour of my desktop. I'll give you a tour of what my desktop looks like and what I've got on each on the screens and stuff. Okay. I'll show you TraderView. I'll show you my Benzinga, how my Benzinga's set up, and I'll show you Using Dash Trader as the platform. So this platform here is Dash Trader. This is Benzinga. And there is literally nothing moving this morning of note. I mean, I've taken a couple of trades that I thought were going to break out, but yeah, we'll probably cover those off in a single move after the bell if we get them. So not huge action this morning right now. Nothing to be excited about yet. Only takes one stock though. Only takes one trade, one stock, one move. If you want some merch, you want some trade with Tony merch. If you're trading with Tony, day trade with Tony merch, check out the Etsy store in the description as well, or in my link tree, and fill your boots. In fact, I've been told I need to get some more of my own merch by the boss. She said she wants her own little tumbler, except she wants a bigger. I've got my tumbler, so it keeps my drink cool or hot, depending on what you put in it. And she said she wants her own, but she wants a bigger one than mine. I'm like, you never complained about the size of it before, so. What are you guys watching? What do you think? The market is down quite a bit. The NASDAQ in particular. Damn you, Apple. Yeah. What do you think about today? Are we going to have a green day? Is it going to be a green daily candle from the open, or are we going to see more selling? Let me know your thoughts. Are you worried about the current? I mean, we've broke through a previous support level around 335. Oh, sorry, 435 on the SPY. But are you worried? Are you worried about this pullback? Are you worried about this retracement? Is this something that you're concerned about? Is this something that your overall portfolio is taking a hit? Let me know your thoughts in the chat. Absolutely buy the dip. One trade. Is there a stock? Buy the dip. You've got to. If you've not got the patience for the market, you shouldn't be trading. You've got to be patient. Days like this can really test your patience, to be fair. But this week's been a bit testy when it comes to waiting for the right setups. It's been quite difficult. And what was it, Wednesday when I had the loss, and taking trades before I took them, holding on to one too long for sure. Managed to recover on that actually, funnily enough, most of it. So we only finished 10k down on the day. Yeah, absolutely. There was one green stock at the moment. And that's Alpha Tau Medical. And that's not got great volume. So much red trying to move green. What are you watching, guys? So I'm looking at this on the daily. I wouldn't say the next stop. The next support level on the daily is 430-ish. give or take, 431. Oh, well, I'm looking at the daily. I may as well put it up here. So next stop here is the next support level that we want to be watching for here is kind of 431 on the SPY. So if it continues to sell off, will it break 431? The $10 support at 430 is another key watch, but 431 is the last time it bounced back at the end of June. So last time we were down here was in June. It was only, what, 6 weeks ago? 6 to 8 weeks ago. So the fact that we had this big run up over the last couple of months, we do a retracement. It's a little bit, the retracement's a little bit larger than I would have liked, but the retracements is healthy for the market as long as we do get that that turnaround and that move back up. If we look at this channel that I drew months ago, here moving up, we were in the middle of that channel right now. We kind of topped out at the top of that channel, pulling down. We're in the middle of it, so we'll see. I'll be worried if we break through this line here. That's when I'll be a little bit more concerned. But until we break through this this line, we're in the long term still trending upwards. Well, Cal, if it's a no trade week, it's a no loss week. Just think of it that way. It's not a, you know. And this is something that you've got to be prepared to do is take some time off. If the trades aren't setting up, if the trades aren't coming, don't take them. You know, don't take a trade for trade's sake. Just be selective. And Cal's absolutely spot on. If he's not seeing the setups that meet his strategy, he's absolutely right not to take anything. A no trade day is not a losing day. Excuse me. A no trade day is not a losing day. And if you're not losing, then you're still profitable. That's the way I look at it. Protecting your equity is more important than taking a trade. Rumble releases new app for Samsung smart TVs. If you're on Rumble, go and give me a follow. I'm streaming live on Rumble right now. Streaming live on Rumble, Twitch, ShareVision, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. And be quiet, doggy. So how long have we got? About 12 minutes, just over 12 minutes to the bell. And to be fair, we're doing very poor on the like count. That thumbs up button. So good shout there, Carl. Good shout. So guys, just hit that thumbs up button. We had like 45 people in the YouTube chat, and only 11 of you had hit the thumbs up button. I was thinking 25%. Come on, we need to get that number up. If you've not hit the thumbs up button yet, it's not going to cost you anything. It's not going to, take much of your time. Just hit that thumbs up button. You know you want to do it. Do it now. Let's get over 50% of the chat content. People are in the chat that have actually hit the thumbs up button. So let's get over 20 people. We're at 18 right now. We need 2 more. If you've not done it, do it now. Same if you're on TikTok, tickety, just give your old phone screen a bit of a drum roll. Let's get that like count up. Absolutely, Cal. Absolutely good. you've got to balance it. So trading with caution is important. Trading with patience is important, but you can't be overcautious. So you've got to strike that happy balance. And if it's working for you, Carl, if you're finding that you're profitable over the long term, keep at it. If you're just finding that a lot of stocks are moving without you and you're slowly bleeding out, then you need to be a little bit more aggressive with your approach. So you've got to find a nice balance between caution and aggression. And if you're losing, you're doing one of the other. You're either bleeding out because you're too cautious, or you're over aggressive and not cautious enough. You've got to find that happy balance. Like they say in trading, the trade you don't take is just as valuable as the ones you do. I mean, look at this momentum chart here. So the momentum scanner here, I've got all red bar 2 tickers, and now it's all red bar 1. One ticker is actually above the green line today on the momentum. So everything is, in terms of gappers, there isn't any. So gap and go, good luck with that. But even on the momentum stocks, 1%. That's, a $6 stock at 1%. That's like a 6 cent move, or 7 cent move. It's come on. Over 15 minutes, it's moved 7 cents. You've got to recognize the days that aren't worth trading. And right now, this is looking like one of them. I'm just kind of watching out for any kind of IPOs or something like that, because if you get some IPO action, which is where we got some action earlier in the week, so 9 minutes to the bell, and it's been a snooze fest so far, guys. To be honest, it's been a snooze fest. And if you're seeing anything moving, I don't care what price it is, I'll just put it up on the scanners. I mean, I'm looking at things. If you're seeing anything moving at all, I'll put it in the scanners just for a bit of interest. I'll put it up on the charts just for a bit of interest. But I'm not seeing anything moving at all right now. Well, not to the upside. There's plenty moving to the downside. Let's just switch this about, okay? And look at the gainers and losers. Yeah, so losers not doing anything by the looks of it. Yeah, the losers, Farfetch, biggest loser. So even the sellers, even the losers, there's only one stock above 10% down. Tupperware's like 9% down. So it's just one of those sideways, go nowhere, do nothing markets right now. So if we've got the biggest changes here, we've got Farfetch is down the most, and we've got Crown Electrokinesis and Alpha Tau. Oh, and Hawaiian Electric. Those are the only things that have moved 10% or more this morning. Nothing else. Either up or down. So it's not like it's a day for shorting. It's just there's a lack of volatility in the market today, guys. A very severe lack of volatility. So look, we've got 6.5 minutes before the bell. Let's hope that something moves and gives us an opportunity. We've got to be patient. We're not just going to jump on the first thing that moves. The weekend's coming. I'm looking forward to the weekend. I might just pool it by the side of the pool again tomorrow. Well, Jakinya, 431 was the last support bounce. If you talk about the SPY, I mean, we got the low at the moment. The day's low is 433.30. But if you look at this on the daily, back in June, we went down as to 431. So 431 is the last level of support that we had at this. That I can see. And we've got a bit of resistance that we found at 429. And then we've got some confirmed support at 426 on the SPY. So let's see if we don't. 431 is the area that I'm watching, but I think we might get a green candle today on the SPY. We'll see. I might be wrong. I often am. You just ask my fiance. Not really. I wouldn't say that there, Alistair. I mean, we had a 10k. We're still profitable on the week. Just. So. Well, not quite. So we started Tuesday. We're a little over 6k on Tuesday. We were down 10k on Wednesday. 1.5k. So we're just red on the week, yeah. So I kind of thinking about it, just red on the week. So it's a tough week. It's been choppy, a lack of volatility across the board, and I'm just saying that right now, up or down, we've got 3 movers above 10%. Well, 4 movers now above 10%. Where are you at the moment, Alistair? You still on deck? You still on board the ship? Yeah, well, it was a strange. The last time I came here, COVID restrictions still in place, but they've all gone now. So now that I'm living here, don't have to worry about it. You're in Malaga. I know it well. I used to live there. Used to live in Malaga, well, not Malaga itself, but Malaga province. I used to live. I would often go to watch Malaga FC, or Malaga CF as it is down there. Malaga CF whenever Barca or Real were playing. Gibraltar's interesting for a day out. It's a rock, a literal rock. If you do the tour, make sure you don't take snacks up the hill, because those apes will have them off you in a jiffy. Seriously, they are master thieves, master pickpockets. Well, ADTX, let's go back to ADTX and have a look where we are right now with it. Yeah. Spreads are $1, more than $1, $1.25. So that worries me. Spreads are $1.25. The average range is 52 cents. That worries me. Well, risk is just not worth the reward on that at the moment. I'm not saying that it couldn't have a big move, but right now that's just looking like ridiculous. Now the spreads are, yeah. If volume comes in, and it's a big if, but it needs good volume, and you'll get some volume at the bell, so it could be worth watching. But for me, the spreads need to really need to narrow. The volume is just atrocious. 60,000 shares, the whole session. The volume's atrocious. So we've got 90 seconds before the bell, so it's as good as for a watch. It's as good as anything else. That's Rich coming from the tune. All right, we've got. I'm going to change the scanners over because it's depressing actually seeing the lack of action on them. So we've got less than a minute left, about 30 seconds left before the bell. So I'm just changing the scanners over. It's depressing seeing no action. Well, there's nothing else to watch at the moment. We don't have any real gappers. I mean, we've got Hawaiian Electric, which is below the VWAP. We've got Kraken, which is pretty much at the VWAP. We've got Alpha Tau, which is slightly below the VWAP. There's not a lot of movement going on at all. There's the bell. Let's see what moves first. So Hawaiian Electric vomited. Kraken popped up to 225, didn't do much else. Yeah, that's got no volume either. Oh, just gotta wait, really. It's not worth following anything until we've got nice volume and some good moves. Well, if it's not getting any volume at the open, it doesn't hold much hope for me. ADTX. I mean, we've got two big-ish candles, but again, the spreads are almost $1. So yeah, that's that for me. Probably a little bit too much of a risk. ADTX. If we can break the $20 barrier to the upside, then let's have a look at it. But that $20 was pre-market high. It's there for a reason. Yeah, let's see. The S&P 500 is up over the VWAP. Not a lot else moving right now. I'll just sit here with my arms crossed until something actually pops. If it pops. Oh, hello, my lovely. Thank you very much. Table service by a beautiful dusky maiden. You want a tip? Here's a tip, don't fry bacon naked. I tried that earlier, it hurts. Yeah, it's a good tip, trust me. I don't trade Forex. No, Forex for me is a mug's game. I won't touch Forex. So I've got some couple of drumsticks, nice, with some dipping sauce. There you go, Cal. Into the first hole. ADTX halted. So there you go. Let's have a look at Palantir. So Palantir trying to go green on the day, just broke the pre-market highs. Still not seeing anything worth writing home about. Yeah, I'll come back to add a text for resumption later. Palantir is not looking much better. Yeah, well, I'll get back to eating my little snack here. Oh, a nice bit of pork. Crackling. I'm gonna get so fat living here. I really am. At least I'll be able to keep my mantra as the fat guy on the internet with an opinion. Hey Ronan, good to be back, mate. Yeah. No volume though. Moving, but with no volume. Can't trade that with 85,000 shares. Come on. Nobody's interested in it. I'm not saying it's not moving, but there's nobody interested in it. That's why there's no volume. Nobody trading it. You need volume and volatility. Now it's got decent volatility because it's got a 20-cent ATR over last while. But there's no volume. There's nobody trading it. So you just can't. Let's have a look at what the resumption for ADT. Oh my goodness, that can't be right. Oh yeah, Grant. I saw a $34 resumption for Adatex. So it should resume at 9:39. We've got just under 2 minutes for a resumption. And showing a slight gap up, although it did look at $30 at one stage with the imbalance, but it's now showing $20.80. Wheeler halted as well. Why am I not seeing any volatility halts? Yeah, my signals aren't working. Anybody having issues with the signals widget on Benzinga? Is it just me? Wheeler as well halted to the upside, a much cheaper stock. So Wheeler Real Estate. Another reverse stock split. If this can break the pre-market high, yeah, maybe of interest. So 550, watch 550. This looks like it's going to gap up to 5, so $11 gap up. But let's go to add a text. Should be resuming in about 15 seconds. Assuming it's a 5-minute halt. Spreads are huge. Spreads as much as $1. 2360 is the halt level. I'm not. There's not much going on between the bid and the ask. It's just fluctuating between the two. 86 cents at the moment, 84 cent spreads. So it's going down to 20, 21 and 20, 21.70. But it's just fluctuating between the bid and the ask. So it's not actually moving anywhere. So big risk, big reward, or big risk, big risk. You know? I'll have a look at, see, now we're breaking lows. We're trying to fill that gap. I'll have a look at IDA. Yeah. East stamp could be interesting. Let's go to Wheeler. T-Stamp's not really got the momentum I'm looking at in terms of volatility. We're looking at an ATR here of $8 on the ATR, and a 5-cent spread. So the ratio between the volatility and the spreads, I need at least a 2x for me to be interested in trading it. So IDAI right now isn't meeting that criteria, so I will take a look at something else. Wheeler, you're due to resume 470, so it's going to gap down. This is Wheeler. There's the resumption, gap down to 450 actually, so there's a 30-cent spreads, 22-cent range. So that in itself tells you all you need to know in terms of choppiness. When the spreads are 20-cent spreads, 22-cent range, you just can't. You just can't. Yeah, this is again. This is weird. It popped up to the halt level at $24, $23.98, and then rejected hard, false halt. So how do you trade this? I forgot the part. I don't know about that. You've got me confused. Doesn't take much. You're always getting me confused every day. Yeah, I was looking at that. Just it's priced, but it's not launched yet, so it probably will go live about 10 a.m. So we've got a couple of things that are due to go, but I don't know if they're priced yet. So not priced. Anal, not priced. So yeah, not priced. So that's the only one that's IPOs that looks like it's going to go live. But we'll see. It was scheduled for yesterday. I pushed out to today. Let's have a look at Aditext. What is it going to do? So again, false halt. It got up to the halt level, false halted. So it's a bit choppy on the way up. Yeah, I mean, these wicks are not, it's not conducive to a clean move. That's the thing. Anybody else is, if you're on Benzinga, if you're using Benzinga, guys, using Benzinga, let me know how your signals widget is working, because mine isn't. Here you go, sweetie. I can finish that off. Okay. So Adatex is the biggest mover. Yeah, I don't like IDAI. HR. Let's have a look at. Come back to Adatex in a moment. Archer Aviation. It's had a 40% move since the open. 50% moving. Yeah, and that's the whole signals piece of it is not working. Nothing that fits my criteria either, Carl. No trade there for me. I wish. Up $2, down $2. Yeah. Well, if you're a good scalper, that could be worth worth doing. You buy the dip and sell the pot. But it's timing you have to have impeccable timing. I mean, look at this. $24 down to $21, back up again. Well, she's fine. She's fine. I mean, Miyako's the epitome of laid back. He's so relaxed. Where are you going with you? Can't go that way. Weirdo. You want to pull my laptop power supply out? What are you doing? You're going to pull my laptop power supply out. Now move. Move. She's a beautiful dog, but she's a bit slow on the uptake sometimes. No, Ronan, it's just the market. It's a market at the moment. If you tuned in last Friday, you'd have been happy to see. But it's just the market. It's a choppy, difficult market. There's not a lot moving, not a lot of options to trade. Sling just popped up. Let's have a look at that one. Stability Solutions, no volume. Big move though. Big move. Couple of halts. 33. No, just one halt. That's a strange halt. 10 minutes. 10 minutes, yeah. 11 minutes, yeah. Go figure. Again, erratic volume. You can't really follow through on that one. And that's the story of the day at the moment, is that the market's just not popping up with things that meet the criteria of a good trade. Struggling to find good things, good moves. Yeah. No, she doesn't get worried about my problems as long as she's got a belly full, which chubby little monkey that she is. Absolutely, Miyako is happy as Larry. She's getting more attention now than she did off me, even though she happened to herself in Dublin. She's now got 3 of us giving her attention, so Yeah, Editex, it's not moving with the kind of flow that you want it to move for a good move, for a good setup. Wine Electric looks like it might be trying to bounce. 1310 is the kind of breakout level. You've got all $13. What's the high of this one? Yeah, 13.9 or 13.10, I would say. No, as long as it's below the VWAP, I'm probably not enamored with it either. I suppose there is good news. And the good news is on the marketing in general, it's moving in a green direction. So far, nice solid green candle in the first hour. The first 20 minutes, very green on the S&P 500. And even the NASDAQ's moving up nicely. So the markets are moving up. We just need some of the stocks to follow suit. ADTX pulling back. Have a look at Archer. Oh, I missed the breakout on Archer, but again, it's Archer Aviation. Let's see. We get a new high of day. Break of that $0.75 level, psychological level. Does it have any catalyst? That's a good question too. And it's half relative volume, half relative volume at the moment. Form 144. Couple of insider buyers at the end of after hours yesterday. 144. Yeah, I'm not seeing any company specific news events warranting a big move. 177 million in the flow. Go on, we'll give it a go. Next new high. Yeah, well that's what I'm looking at. I mean that the flat top might have been a good. It's kind of flat top breakout at 75 might have been a good entry point. Could still be a good entry if you buy the dip. You need to see if you get support in a very. I'm going to buy that previous resistance for the active support and the low of that of this 5-minute candle is 71. So I'm effectively at 77. I'm giving it 7 cents. So that's Tuesday. I'm giving it 7 cents. Okay. And we get 690. We're just closing out this 5-minute candle. There we go. Oh, I'm getting out. So I gave it 7 cents. Got out for 10 cents. Not everything's going to go your way. What would be my target? I would have been taking profits at the $6.97. $7 would have been a good one, but I would have been looking for some kind of resistance at the whole dollar or prior to the whole dollar. I'm looking at the daily, and we do have resistance at this level this week. So it reached on Monday, was it? Yeah, on Monday. On Monday it reached 678, and then on Tuesday pre-market it reached 677. So it was always, I felt that buying the support at the $0.75 level, if it breaks, you've got a tight risk. So I give it 7 cents. I got filled 10 cents, so the 3 cent slippage. But with previous days resistance at this level, it did go up to almost $8 earlier in the last week. I think it was post market, and then sold off over the next day. Not a lot else moving though, but it's just like take what you can. Well, you won't see me tomorrow there by the dip. You won't see me tomorrow. It's Saturday, and I will be spending time with my family, with my young family, and that's what life's about. So I'll see you on Monday by the dip. Same place, same time, an hour before the market opens. Let's have a look at It's too late now. Nice entry would have been 23 on that pullback. So here would have been a nice entry. You get that pot, then pull back. Nice entry here would have been $23. Just spreads are just huge stuff. $23.50, maybe breaking this level, $23.60, $23.50, something like that. You're looking at it from a potential inverse head and shoulders. Neckline would have been $23.50. Yeah, it's potential, but it's just choppy as hell. Current high of day is 25.74. Is it going without me, or is it, am I going to get filled? I got filled. Now we need over 26 on the bid. $1.50 almost. $1.47 is the range. And the spreads are, well, actually spreads are 20 cents at the minute. Oh, 60 cents. So top level 26.74 to the up and 21.88 to the down. That's a big spread. We're at $26 now. There we go. Oof. Made me jump there, Miyako. Oh, wait, the market going red. I mean, it's up on the it's up from the open. The resistance is like 25.50, so we're past that big resistance level. Yeah, 25.50 was a big resistance on the daily. We're past that. I want to see that as support rather than resistance. The range on this is huge, though. I mean, we're talking like $1.40 on the range, plus the spreads of currently 60 cents. So you're like a $2 risk. That was Cal. Oh, cheers, Cal. I'm going to need it trading this one. I think it's going to be one of those days I'm going to have to be patient with it. Although I don't like that formation on the 1 minute. Reasonable pullback on the 2. 1 minute's looking a bit bearish. We'll see. We get back over 26, this could go on to 28. $24 is my line in the sand on this. Per the market order. $0.70 spread. I think I'm gonna just get out of this. Doesn't look too appealing. Red day so far across the markets, I think. Well, the SPY's just bouncing on the VWAP. It's very sideways and choppy. Oh, patience is a heat. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all the there's a lot of transactions took place around 25.50. I'm looking at the volume by price. $22 and 25.50 the big areas. Now we need to break over 25, which is the resistance level here. We're in a kind of a range of $1 now, 24 to 25. Resistance at 25, support at 24. Which way? Shall we take bets? Let's take some bets. Who's betting up and who's betting down? Right in the middle at the moment. Which is going to break first, 25 or 24? It could still get over $30 today, Callum. It probably will at some stage. Until it breaks 24, it's upwards trending. We've not had any lower lows on the 5-minute since in the last 3 candles, so we're not breaking a low here. We're finding support at 24, but there's resistance at 25. If it breaks 25, it could go back up and test the highs. That's the high of day, which I need it to do. I need it over 26 based on the spreads. If it gets over 25, I think 27 is a good show based on the range, which is now down to $1. So the candles, the range is less. 40 cents on the spreads. $1 on the range, so we're still in that sweet spot of coverage. Hate that. Distracting. bloody YouTube thing just... That's so annoying. That's just cost me about 2k as that. Yeah, it's cost me an entire dollar. Don't try and multitask when you're trading. It's not a great idea. It's because of the low liquidity. It's because of the lack of liquidity. So you look at your level 2, it's like a stair step. With the lack of liquidity, there's less people on the stairs. So you end up, as you go in, it jumps larger spaces. I'll talk it through in a little. Once I get out of the trade, I'll talk it through in a little bit more detail. Should have bought the dip at the VWAP in hindsight. Got out for a small profit. 24 was my line in the sand, and I got distracted by the Google, YouTube authentication protocols, trying to keep the stream alive. Prove it's me. What do you mean to prove it's me? The idiot stuff. Market, so going back to you, Jack. Market gone red. Market's been red all day. It gapped down, but it's a green candle at the moment. Green daily candle at the moment on the market. All right, can we get another move up? $25 is the key level. So on the 5 minute, we got 24.50 on the high of this 5 minute. So that's now the key level, 24.50. At a low of 23.20. I'm $2 down at the minute, ish, give or take. I love how people come on the stream because they're holding bags on some dodgy, commodity or forex trade. They don't even take the time to understand what I'm actually doing on this channel, and they just split out in the chat, buy gold or buy wheat or buy pork bellies or frozen orange juice or whatever, and you're like, just shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. Just because you're locked in a bad trade and you want it to go up, you think it's going to affect anything? You think I've got the influence with my 50 regular watches to affect your trade? I don't think so. You should have picked a better trade to get in. The need to buy common sense, absolutely. I'm a bit annoyed now because of Google. Annoying. Yes, Enrico, we know you speak Spanish, and we know what buy gold is, but we're not going to do it because this is not a commodities channel. We don't trade commodities on this channel. We don't trade Forex on this channel. We don't trade commodities. You trying to pump up gold ain't going to make any difference to your bags that you're holding. You're in a losing trade, buddy. We get it. We sympathize with you because we've all had losing trades. I'm in one myself at the moment. If anything, buy ADTX, you know, not gold. But look, it is what it is. But your desperation is comical. All right, 23.30 I'm at. I was thinking putting all my money in garbage pail kid cards. Yeah, they do it to everyone's streams cast. It's sad. No offense to you. I'm not casting any shade on you, Enrique. You know, you're in a desperate situation, trying to. You're holding a losing trade for I don't know how long. You're holding bags, and you want people to go and help you out, and it's just not going to work, buddy. Either that, you don't know what you're talking about. You've seen it on Reddit or something. Buy gold. It's a good investment long term, and you're just trying to get clout and in someone else's stream, trying to prove that you know something that you don't know anything about. You know, either which way, you know, you do you, boo boo. But this ain't the right channel. Equity's only on this channel, buddy. Beanie babies. All right, over 25 this time. Come on, 20 over 26. Forget 25. Let's just straight up to 27. Oh, why stop there? 30. What did you call earlier, Cal? 30. On a good day, it should go to 30. Why not? 26.43 is the halt level. Let's have a up to the halt level, halt, and then a $3 gap up. That'd be nice. $23.30 is my line in the sand. I know I've moved my line in the sand, but that was because the last line in the sand I got distracted with stupid authentication protocols from Google and YouTube. And that's since I've moved, they don't recognize the fact that I really should VPN into Ireland, because they recognize it's the same laptop, so that's not an issue. It's the same mobile, that's not an issue. It's the location. Absolutely. It does have range. It does. I mean, currently 87 cents. It was $1.40 at one stage, so it's almost half the range it was earlier. But it still has potential, just not the volume to achieve it. So it'd be nice if we got the volume. I'm glad I didn't go in with like 5 or 10,000. I don't have the money to get in with 5 or 10,000. Let's face it. It's not exactly stock you can you know. Leverage is not an option with this one. How do I know where the halt level is? Because it shows it on the platform. I can see it on the platform. I can see the halt level up and the level down. Level up is 26.69. Level down is 21.84 at the moment. It changes with the price action every 5 minutes. I think we've just made our first new high on the 5 minute. So, no, we're a bit over 24.85 is still the high on the 5 minute that we need to get over. 24.80. So we need over 25, and we might get a little bit of a push. But we need more volume. So everybody jump in and start trading it. I'm not saying that to do it. I'm just joking. I don't want to get kicked off the tube for stock market manipulation. Needs more volume to break 25. Well, you have to have more patience to be a swing trader, Jack. You'd be in a trade for days with a swing trade, but that's just it. If you're a swing trader, you need to be more methodical. I tend to be more impulsive, chasing momentum. But if you're a swing trader, you have to have a plan. You stick to it. You set your trade in motion, and then away you go. If it reaches your stop loss, it reaches your stop loss. If it reaches your take profit, it reaches your take profit. You just let it play out over a couple of days, or months even. If you're a swing trader, less stress. It is less stressful. But you also miss out on it. The way I look at it is swing trading is great if you've got the equity available. But if your equity's tied up in a swing trade, you miss out on things that are moving with volatility. So you can't day trade and swing trade at the same time on the same account, because you end up with your equity tied up. So if you're going to be swing trading, you need an account for swing trading and you need an account for day trading. And same thing with options. If you're trading options, you can use the same account for swing trading or whatever, which is what I do. My interactive, I trade options with interactive, and that's if I'm swing trading, that's what I'll use. Capital markets with for day trading, and I get more leverage with capital markets as well. You want me to buy what's that, Neith? You want me to buy 10,000 shares? $250,000 worth of equity, that. Yeah, I'm getting out. This is below my line in the sand. Yeah, we're breaking up. This is where we bounced before, 23.20. So that's kind of. I've got to get out here. I'm either buying for a VWAP bounce or exiting for a nice loss. Yeah, that's me done. And there's nothing else moving. Oh, hang on a minute. VFS is moving up. Another one that struggled to deal with previously. To be fair, the market's a bit horrible, for want of a better description. Looks like we're finishing red on the day, red on the week, red on the month. Don't like zooming out. So look, while I'm here, VFS is moving up. Let's take a look at where we actually are. See where we can zoom out to give us some happy and joyous smiles, shall we? Okay, so let me just move that up so you can see those links on the old tickety top. Okay, let's have a look at what we're taking look at right now. So this is my Benzinga. So I said I'd give you a tour. I'm 25 minutes later than I anticipated doing this. So this is my Benzinga. What you can see here is how I've got it set up. This is my desktop. If I come in straight away, I've got movers here. This is the session. I've got the momentum. The signals isn't working for whatever reason at the moment. So that's usually really good too. Got my real-time scanner there, and I've got my news here. Benzinga's great. If you're not using Benzinga, why not? It is fantastic. There's a link in the description, a link in my link tree. Go check that out. What do you mean not visible on TikTok, Jack? Should be visible. What, you can't see that? No, yeah, I thought so, yeah. Waffling again. Okay, so that's so if you go into my link tree, this is my link tree. So if you go to my profile, and you'll find my link tree on TikTok. If you're watching on YouTube or Rumble or any of the platforms, go into the description of this live. You'll find these links. But you can also find my my email, my socials here if you want to reach out to me directly. If you want to get some Day Trade with Tony merchandise, sweatshirts, t-shirts, get yourself onto Etsy. You've got teddy bears, coffee mugs, suitcases, pretty much everything that you need with the relevant so not a financial advisor, not giving financial advice, as you can see. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. So that's one item there. Or you might just prefer. Why is Etsy playing silly games? Come on, Etsy, do your stuff. We'll come back to that in a second. If you want to learn how to trade, come join us at Fresh Learn. Anybody that joins in August, I will give you a free one-to-one, an additional one-to-one depending on the length of time that you're doing. But I'll give you a free one-to-one, an hour's mentoring or a meeting, a review session, however you want to play it. What you'll learn here is all here. There's my face. A bunch of testimonials from people who've already taken the course. Even the curriculum here. With the curriculum, you get my full e-library. Check it out. You can either sign up for a monthly plan, quarterly, or annually. So that's Day Trade with Tony. And if you in the Discord already, then you've already got discount codes there as well, so you can get that for August. And I'm giving away, let's say, free consultancy in August. So that's Day Trade with Tony, the course, the complete course. Etsy is not playing games, so not playing ball. Get rid of Etsy there. Go back to that. Let's see if it's open a new window. There we go. Etsy. See, here we go. So that's the Just a Fat Guy hoodie. Just a fat guy on the internet, or whatever you want to do. So nice hoodies. They're actually good quality. The sweaters are good quality and everything else. So that's the Etsy store. I was paying for a Shopify store, and none of you guys were buying. You actually told me you wanted the merch, so there you go. Find stocks to trade. Benzinga. I've already covered Benzinga, but go check it out free for 14. If you're not using Trade Ideas or Benzinga or another service like that, just check out Benzinga. No obligation. 14 days free. You don't need a credit card, just an email address and a phone number. That's all you need. So check it out for free. If you like it and you want to sign up, don't pay full price. DTWT, Day Trade with Tony 35, you get 35% off your subscription. Whatever you go for. The essential subscription, that you don't need the options unless you're an options trader. The options mentorship's quite expensive, but it's the essential package that you need for all of the scanners and alerts that I use. So check it out free for 14 days. It really is worth its weight in gold. CME, Capital Markets Elite Group, that's who I recommend working with or partnering with. Dash Trader is the platform. Now, Trader View reports. I was talking about, somebody asked me earlier, how do I keep track of my reports, or keep track of my trades and everything else. So this is Trader View, okay? So this is for the year. If I look at the calendar, you'll see right now, I can zoom in based on month. I had half of July off, the first couple of weeks of August. So if I zoom into August, one red day so far, 2 red days now after today. So losing day today. Basically, what does that mean on the year? We're red on the week as a result. We're red on today. We're red on the week. August, which was when I started trading last week. We're not red on the month as yet, because if we go down to the actual month in terms of days and times, you see August, before today, we were 19k in profit. We just give back 9k of that. So we're 10k in profit. We're still green on the month. So I'm not too worried about that. Red on the day, red on the week. Zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out. So we're green on the month. We've still got a long way to go. 2 weeks effectively of August to go. So we've still got plenty of time to get out of this hole. And then we start trading verbatim like we should do in September again. So what are we on right now in terms of the year? Year to date, 1.05. We've got 8 to give back, so 1.049, whatever. So we're over a million. We're not over a million yet on the net level. So we about 100k shy of the million on the net level, yeah, we're doing all right. So if you zoom out, we can't complain when we zoom out. If in doubt, we zoom out. So this is how so who was it? Was it Ricky that wanted to know what I was, how I keep track of my trades? Well, this is how I keep track of my trades. It's Trader View, as you can see. So Trader View, and it is all the statistics. You can see my average for the year is just under 8k per day, positive. My biggest gain is almost 90k. My biggest loss is 35. So some big swings. A K ratio for the year is really good. 4.41. That's risk versus reward. So that's like a 4-to-1 risk versus reward. Really good. Profit factor 2.2. You can see my trade accuracy in terms of winning trades versus losing trades. It's 2-to-1. So that golden ratio within day trading of 2-to-1 it springs up on a regular basis. Look at my win-loss behavior. Now this is where we're going to find out where we're actually at. We've got to knock at 8k off this. So cumulative drawdown was -8. We're just going to add another 8 onto that. Well, add 9 on that because so we're looking at 17k drawdown. So we've got to recover 17k to get back to the highs next week, and that's where we're at. It's been a choppy market. It is. I mean, if we look at just shy of 2 million there, almost 900k there. So yeah, we're a little better than 2-to-1 there. We're pretty much slightly better than 2-to-1 there in terms of win-loss ratio, and then the P&L, winners versus losers comparison there as well. So yeah, that's me finished for the day. So let's go back, and as again, this is my Benzinga. Go check out Benzinga, check it all out. Well, the 90k trade. When was that? Let's have a quick look back at it. It was April, I think, or was it May? Okay, so show that. Trader view. And in your own time. So you can see here, big move, GDC, started off there and was able to ride that up. I missed a lot, I left a lot on the table, to be fair. So this is intraday, so I left a lot on the table, but that was my big move here. Probably could have got over 100k if I'd continued trading that. So that was GDC, zoom in. And this was back on the May the 1st. So if you go back, if you want to see that, Josh, if you want to see that, go back into my trade recaps for May the 1st. You scroll back through the history on the lives. You'll see some of it on the live, but then there'll be a trade recap on May the 1st. I've not been doing the trade recaps. They'll be back in September, but I'll be doing them first thing in the morning. So May the 1st, there's a trade recap which will go through the whole of that trade on the technical level, and it's about and show the recordings of that as well. So check that out, Josh, and enjoy yourself while you're doing it. Yeah, so that was GDC on May the 1st. The biggest loss. Let's go back to the biggest loss, which was Ricky wants to know what the biggest loss was. So the biggest loss was, yeah, the banks. When the banks collapsed, I went in. I was trying to trade this, and I went in bad with the wrong sizing. I underestimated the volatility of the stock and ended up losing quite a bit. I was in too big for the movement of the stock as the banks collapsed back in April. So FRC. So April 24th. So let's go back to the calendar. I think that I was April 24th. It was a red day. Yeah, it was. It was a red day, 50k red day. The largest part of that was FRC. So yeah, I had a really good day on later that week on the Thursday, which recovered that. So yeah, it swings and roundabouts. You know, I've had some big days, I've had some small days, I've had some really big red days. Yeah, that's trading. Okay, let's go back and back to the charts. Okay, guys, I'm going to knock it on the head. It doesn't look like... let's have a look here. It doesn't look like there's a lot taking place. So we'll just pack it up for a weekend. We'll take it on the chin, and you have to. So we'll just take it on the chin, and we'll do it all again on Monday. Same place, same time, and come join us then. And hopefully we'll have a much better day on Monday than we've had today. In the meantime, take it easy, enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you then. Gav, don't care. If you got nothing good to say, don't say